Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Evan Better Presents, and today I'm going to show you something I've been doing for the last couple days. Always something going on over here. No matter how many guards I post in this area, there's always something going on right here. This guy. Idiot. Anyway, what I've been doing is I've been putting one, since all my informants are now at basically 100%, I've been putting one informant active, every day or so. You'll notice there's no contraband in my prison right now. Well, there's a reason for that. Oops, wrong guy. Because I basically have been taking these confidential informants, making them divulge where I can find the contraband, and then simply putting their asses back into protective custody. And by protective custody, I mean I've been locking them in solitary for 24 hours until their suspicion goes away and they're no longer targeted. Because you can see this guy's now currently targeted for death. And if they can, they would definitely kill him. Now, I would love to know who that belongs to, but unfortunately they can't. It will not show me that. As you can see, there's no contraband. There is literally zero contraband that is being reported to me at the moment by my prisoners. Or by my confidential informant. And that's not that he doesn't have knowledge of where stuff is. He has 100% coverage. There is nothing here. I have been on top of this so freaking much. Look at that. 6 items trying to get into the prison, right? Nope. That's all going to get discovered. Now, one thing I am upset about is I do have 2 new guys to add to protective custody, but I don't have protective custody cells available for them. Everyone in these cells is a murderer. Every single person in these cells is a terrible, terrible murderer. One guy here is a double murderer, so I want to put him in protective custody to lock him away so that he cannot interact with my guys anymore, but I just can't. I can't do that. There's no cells. I have to build more cells. And that sucks. That my prison's gotten to that point where I now have like 15 guys, more than 15 guys that I have to put in ultra max security. You know, it's upsetting to me. I didn't want to have a prison that had that kind of scumbaggery in it. But look at this. There's no frickin' contraband. Nothing. Nothing. My goal is that when I click this 24-hour tab, nothing shows up except for right here. Which almost is. Look at that. The majority of shit isn't making it in. Some stuff's getting stolen from these offices. I knew that was going to happen. But this confidential informant, he's now... see that? This guy just smuggled in some smokes. How the confidential informant could know that? He couldn't. There's no way he could know that somebody in this group here just gave him smokes. But he's got like a force... like a 6th sense. So he knows exactly who's got what on him at all times, which gives me a very, very nice advantage. But you can see here, this is what I've been doing. I've been basically throwing these guys under the bus, purposefully, so that they can inform me as to what's going to go down in my prison. And we've got some guys who have arranged to have some stuff picked up. But they haven't been able to get them because there's so many cops here, and they're probably guys that are in lockdown or something at the moment. So that stuff's just never going to get picked up. It may get picked up, actually. I'm not really sure how it'll end up working, but it may actually get picked up, which would be no good if it did. Anyway, so this guy, we're going to deactivate him. See, there's a lighter here. Alright, so now we're going to put this guy in protective custody for 24 hours. And we deactivate his ass. Oh, somebody died. Where? Oh, no. No, I can't have this. Cannot have this. You know, I thought I was doing something good by doing a guard patrol like this. But I've had 3 deaths happen in these workshops in the last 5 days. So clearly, they're taking advantage of my kindness. Never mistake my kindness for weakness. I am going to punish you all for that. I won't know who got away with this murder, unfortunately. They're probably long gone by this stage. I'm not even sure where the murder took place. It could be this guy. It's probably this guy. Yeah. Look at this guy. This is going to be another protective custody guy. I have nowhere to put him, unfortunately. Like I said, that's the problem I'm running into now, is I've got to expand my protective custody wing. I don't have the money for it, because, that's right, tax haven. I felt it was very necessary to do the tax haven. Taxes are starting to cost me up to, like, almost $10,000 a day in finance. Corporate taxes down to $6,300, but at one point I had $9,500 corporate taxes a day. That's $9,500 away from this number. In this case, $6,300 from that number. So, that's just no good. I don't need that. Well, he's the dead guy. But yeah, I've been on top of contraband like ridiculous. Just ridiculously on top of the contraband. And let's just make sure this guy's making it to where he needs to make it. Yeah, he is. He'll be in solitary for the next little while. I think I've got a couple extra of guys here. Now, where's that? There he is. Let's see, where's that guy who just committed a murder? Right there. It's really become about micromanaging the prison now. As you can see, where are we at? We're at 184 max, 158 normal, 18 in protective custody. Unfortunately, we only have, 15. We have 78 in Supermax, which means there's probably a round of guys that need to be getting their asses tossed into Supermax here. So, what I like to do is I like to go off camera and just... What happened to this guy? What were you doing? Oh, you're a bad boy. You're going into max. You're going to go into super max. I'm going to stick your ass up there. After you get healed up, that's where you're effing going, buddy boy. I don't need people like that in my prison. I just don't. They're just criminal scum that try to cause problems, and they are not going to get away with it. Not here. Maybe somewhere else they might be able to get away with something like that, but that's not going to happen in my prison. Not here, it isn't. But yeah, so we're pretty much at a point now, guys, where it's all about making them fat stacks. I have not closed off prisoner intake for a long while. The last time I did it was for maximum security. I tried to let the normal security guys get a little increased. I have this whole prison wing that doesn't have a use at the moment. They're just using it for shower time. I wish they actually wouldn't. I really should restrict this area to staff only for the moment, because there's no reason for anyone to be in here except for staff. Until that prison wing is used, there's no need for them to be going in there at all. You can see here, no matter what I do for contraband restrictions, there's always somebody who can sneak something in. And that's just the nature of the beast. I'll never be able to ever prevent contraband from being snuck in here. The way they've designed this game now is that contraband is a huge part of it. You can see I also expanded the yard a little bit. It was a little crowded with 400 plus prisoners going in there. This is the most important part of keeping contraband out of my prison. Doing that. If I can do that, I can stop this from happening. So, I always think it's hysterical when one of these guys walks by here and a dog happens to be coming out, and boom, he gets nailed. I think that's freaking hysterical. It's like, oh, you poor luck son of a bitch. You just happen to be walking by, and they walked out and they got you. I've hit an equilibrium with the number of... God damn it. This area here is just a cesspool of violence. Every single day it gets worse and worse. I don't know what to do about it. What's your problem? A murderer. protective custody you go. I'm not really sure what they're doing with the protective custody, guys, considering I have no place for them at the moment. But I'm going to make sure that each and every one of these guys ends up in protective custody. Did you just seriously try to attack? It is getting difficult, though. Like, where's this guy being taken to right now? Escape attempt, murder. Ugh, you're just a piece of shit. Have fun in solitary confinement. Alright, let's make sure our informant is in jail. Yes, he is. There he is. How long has he gotten there? Another 17 hours. He should be okay in that time. This guy shouldn't be in here anymore. Put him in punish, lockdown, 6 hours. Is he dead? That guy's been in there for a long time. Who's smashing up something? I can hear someone smashing something. I can't see it, though. Shit. I almost let all this food in without searching any of it. I'm trying to keep the contraband out. It's friggin', it's a one-man mission at this stage with 400 plus prisoners and just craziness. You can see here I extended this wall a little bit here. I had a escape attempt coming out of the workshop. Somebody smashed in a cop's face. Another guy gutted at another cop, and then it was just steal the keys and out the door, and they ran right up here. I had to drop like 4 cops right here to stop them because there was no way to stop them. It's kind of cheaty, I know, but it was quite literally either I do that or the guy gets away. And it was just because what they had done is they had taken advantage. I had done a sweep of one of these cell blocks here, and they had taken advantage of that situation, and while all the cops were up here and there was no cops in here, they made for a sprint out the door, which pissed me off. I didn't like that. It made me very, very mad. Very mad that they tried to do that to me. After I've been so very kind to them. Giving them such a nice opportunity to expand their knowledge in my prison through education programs, through extracurricular activities, and they turn around and spit in my face. It's very upsetting when someone does that. You see the amount of contraband that's trying to get snuck in. I wish there was a way to keep it. I mean, I have metal detectors here on both doors, right? And I have dogs in front of the main places where this kind of shit sneaks out. All right, I got a dog here. I got dogs everywhere. The problem is, unless you do an actual search, there is no guarantee that you can catch it all. Searching is the only way to make sure that you will be able to catch all of contraband. So let's activate this guy because he has yet to work for us. But this is it. This is the key to keeping the things out of your prison, guys, is you just simply have to make sure that you have someone doing this for you. And like I said, I blow their cover on purpose. There's no real downside to blowing their cover as long as you protect them. If you leave them to be murdered afterward, then that doesn't really solve any issues, does it? It just creates more problems. That's not something that I'm going to be doing. I want to make sure that these guys are protected at the end of the day. They are doing me a service after all. But They're still criminals, and if they die in the process, I'm not going to feel very badly at all. That's just the nature of the beast. All right. Informant is in. Let's see what he can tell us. Look at that. Even with all of my hard work to keep this stuff out of my prison, they still seem to make it... find ways of getting it in, don't they? It's very upsetting when they are constantly doing that. I just want to make sure all that's going to get searched. Yes, it is. Look at this. Ridiculous. Are they making toilet screech? Is that what's happening here? They're stealing poison and then they're making toilet screech. That could be the way that's happening, for all I know. Dum Dum put his lighter in a toilet for storage. That's a good call. That's gonna work just fine when you pull it out. Alright, we got all this stuff here. Let's get the guy with the cell phone. Oh my. We'll have to get you afterward. Where are you running to? Trying to escape. How it is that any of these guys are able to sneak all this crap out of my prison or into my prison so easily, I don't understand. I mean, I have got a pretty tight dragnet, and yet they are still always 1 or 2 steps ahead of me, and I don't know how to stop it. Even you imbecile. There. I think I got it all, guys. Yep. And that's all there is to it. You just do that, and boom. There is no more contraband in my prison. I work very hard to make sure they can't get it in, and then once it is in, I try very hard to make sure that they don't go anywhere with it. Doesn't make it easy, though, that's for sure. Yep, alright. So we're going to deactivate his ass. And we're going to punish his ass for 24 hours. And let's just make sure our other confidential informant is doing okay in his prison cell. It's this guy right here who had the lighter. Idiot. You need to stay in solitary for a few more hours, buddy. There's still a lot of heat on you. Yeah, you'd be in bad shape if I let you out yet. So 6 more hours to your sentence. It's nothing personal. It's simply to keep you alive. I hope you understand that. You're a candidate for Supermax. Alright. So. 20 seconds. 20 seconds and we're getting our discount. Where's our valuation? Let me have some screen time, please. Finance. Let's see how much our tax rate goes down to now. 1%! Yes! 1%. That's what I like. That is what I want. Alright, last order of business is we're going to expand our section here. Excellent. Alright guys, well, I don't really know what else I can do this episode here. I think I've shown you that with proper management, you can keep contraband in your prison down to, well, basically absolutely nothing. Well, it'll never be nothing. That is, at this current stage, Alpha 26, that is impossible to do. But I think I have proven there that you can with proper maintenance and management of it. Come on, you fracking thing. You can keep it to a point that it's very manageable. One thing you do need to do is these guys here love to tunnel. They love to tunnel. So you're just going to want to search their cell blocks all the time. The dogs don't seem to detect... Well, that's not true. I had this dog here, right? I had a tunnel in this prison cell here. Made it all the way up to... Well, you can see it right there. They made it up to there. The dog never discovered it. They would have been out the door before the dog discovered it, though. Idiotic morons that they are. Concrete floor. Let's fix the damage there. I didn't realize there was so much damage. But it doesn't hurt to have random searches. The informants don't always catch everything, I find. And as you guys saw when we were doing searches, stuff pops up pretty regularly. All of a sudden, there'll just be stuff. There's just gonna be stuff in your prison that you can't explain. There is no reason for it. It just happens to come out. And I'm doing my absolute best to combat that. So with the addition of this section here, I'm going to have to redesign this little area here, because not all of this is going to be for these guys here. I don't need that many more. I think 30 cells will probably cover every guy that I want to stick into that particular style of confinement. Increasing, I'm going to have to do a sweep on my super max guys here, and my high sec guys, and stick the high sec guys that deserve to go into supermax, and the guys that are in supermax into protective custody that need to go into protective custody. So that's going to be something I have to work on, but that'll be something I work on off camera, because that is quite literally a person-by-person process, and when we have 437 guys in our prison, that is not something that can be done overnight, obviously. I will not bore you with that style of gameplay. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave those likes, favorite some videos if you've enjoyed them. If you've learned something, share it. Subscribe to me if you aren't already a subscriber. There is nothing but content, constantly awesome content coming out of me. You guys should know that. And I will definitely appreciate any comments you leave in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Evan Better Presents.